gonna be away from the keyboard for half a minute here because the dog's whining. I gotta go check him out.
That the bug suit that is flying in the stream starting scene symbol as your sword?
No, I didn't catch it.
Yeah. I specifically gave him the same sword that they gave Arian. Mics are live, right? Hi, Daz.
Is that... Okay, I'll let you get it then, because he didn't show up on chat, and I've just got chat only on my cell. It doesn't let me have mod view on my cell phone.
It says he's not in chat.
Still dealing with that.
It says 0000 or 00?
Check them both.
Okay. Yeah, he followed and left. I don't know if I can.
Okay.
Found him?
Yep.
And here we go. And hello and welcome once again to Toy Soldiers Old School. This is episode 51, The Hornet's Nest. My name is Diane Morrison. I'm also known as Sable Aradia. I am the creator of the Toy Soldier Saga, and I will be serving as the game master for tonight's episode. I'm also playing Captain Celine Wintermist, an idealistic young priestess who ended up in charge of this merry band of Marines by means she's not sure how. She is looking to, she joined the Navy and then the Marines in order to explore the universe and maybe help some people out along the way. My and her pronouns are she or they, and we'll go to my left and start with Rowan.
Hi. I'm Rowan. I play Von Bin Song Starsong. She's a party druidess, and she joined the Avalonian Imperial Navy to see the universe, fly on starseeds, meet strange and new and wonderful plants and creatures and people, and occasionally poke a slaver in the groin with a spear. And her pronouns are she, her, and so are mine.
All right, and we'll go to beneath her, and we'll go with Chris.
I am Chris. I play Arian. He's the grizzled, older, ex-enlisted Marine who's now serving as Marine commander for aboard for the Void Chaser. He sees it as his job to keep this band of younglings alive, and he's come up in the world from where he thought he was. He's now a Duke and an officer, and has girlfriend and basically a family. So, and our pronouns are he, him.
Awesome. And Taz. Who probably forgot to unmute.
Testing.
There he is.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, my name is Taz, also known as G-Man.
Very quiet, Taz.
Yeah, can you turn it up by any chance?
Give me a second.
Okay, I'll move on to Aaron while you're doing that. Go ahead.
Okay, my name's Aaron. Online, I am Aaron Ree, pronounced Ree, exactly like it sounds, R-I-G-H. Okay, and I play the part of Ruavel Sunfall, who is things going his way, going to impregnate his wife, and she's going to give birth to the protagonist of the novel that we advertised at the beginning of this episode. Right? He's the father of the protagonist. He's a sort of a bit of a prat, a nobleman who tries really hard not to be a nobleman. And yeah, he's his pronouns are he, they. Mine are bone and head, I guess. Nah, he, they.
All right, and we'll go with Dawn.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I play Yasma Snowwind. I was an orphan, joined the Navy just on a whim to beat a few people up, have some fun. Turns out I've got a bunch of family, and I've got myself a man now, and made a lot of good friends. And and then I got to turn into a tiger, so now I can do that now. And yeah. Oh, my pronouns are she, her, and so are Yasma's.
Awesome. And Blake.
I am Blake. I'll be playing the part of Crowley. He's a Phoenok, feline-like race of my own creation. He was enslaved and turned into a sideshow until Yasma showed up and bought him and rescued him, and then he followed her lead. She joined the Navy, and he tagged along, and eventually he joined the Navy. Having a bunch of fun. Now things are getting a bit serious and a little deeper, but still an adventure all the same. Our pronouns are he, him.
Awesome. And back to Taz.
Hi, I'm Taz. I play, also known as Jimeno99 on the internet. I play Arden Spellsword, a Magus Kensai crafter. Pronouns are he, him.
Awesome. Okay, so there's been a couple of changes to the way we're doing the format of things tonight. For one thing, you'll note that we now have a follower chat only, and you are required to be a follower for 10 minutes before you can chat. The reason why we are doing that is because we're trying to, there's been a rash of bot attacks on various streams recently where some asshole comes in and sends a bunch of follow bots, and the follow bots then all immediately start posting racist, transphobic, and homophobic drivel. And this happened recently to
And we do mean drivel.
Right, and this has happened to a few people now that I associate with who are friends of mine who stream. So that's our first line of defense. I apologize to anybody new to the stream, and I'm sorry I have to make you wait 10 minutes. It's unfortunate, but this is kind of our way of, watching for it. I'm also going to automatically ban anybody who shows up with a name that looks like a bunch of random letters and numbers. I'm just not, that's what the follower only chat is for, is so that we get a chance to ban those people. Somebody did that at the beginning of the stream. I banned them right away. I'm not even taking any chances. So, and I'm sorry we have to do that, and until Twitch gets their shit together, we are going to have to continue to do that. So that's going to be the ongoing policy from now on until I hear that they have given us some other tool to deal with the problem. On that note, we will be taking part in the Day Off Twitch protest, which will be happening on September 1st. We will not be streaming that day. That's usually a Diane Wright stream, where I give writing advice and do writing stuff, and we will not be doing it that day. But if you're around, join us in my Discord, because we're going to do a stream in the Discord instead and hang out with a bunch of different streamers who are friends of mine who will also be hanging out there, and it's going to be fun, so come check it out. All right, so
welcome Dion Lister.
Yes. Shout out to Dion, by the way. She is she's a really awesome writing streamer. She's an author, and I've been checking out her stuff, and we have very similar approaches and give very similar kinds of advice. So I highly recommend her stream. She's fun, and she's also, like me, not afraid to swear, which is good.
Because we know what we think of non-swearing. It's bullshit.
Well, like I say, right? The art of writing in the English language is choosing the right word for the job. Sometimes the swear word is the right word.
Fucking A. Or as they say in Australia, fucking A.
Yeah, swearing is awesome. I agree completely. All right, so when we last left our heroes, since our intelligence officer is not here today, I'm afraid that Brianna is offline, or sorry, Siobhan is offline at the moment. She's taking a couple of days off, right? Basically, we had figured that the Fomorians were probably headed to permafrost, and or that they had taken it over, and we were headed in that direction to try to retake it with a ground assault. I'm gonna try putting on some sound effects here. Let me know if they drown everything out. This is the first time I've been streaming from my computer. As you know, we are currently in the process of moving, so everything is like in chaos. So we're winging stuff. All right. So then, huh. The ship heads towards permafrost. And we were planning our attack. Now, I do believe we had an attack strategy planned, right?
Did, but we were in the middle of a fight with the picket ships that we ran into. We'd blown up
Oh,
the
Right.
gunboats. We'd blown up a corvette, and we just started the assault on the other corvette, which was full of a bunch of wild and crazy berserk little goblins.
Goblins.
right. Full of a bunch of crazy berserk little goblins. All right. And it was a new combat, right? So we should roll initiative again, I imagine. Thank you for
Yeah.
the reminder. It's been a couple weeks, so I was like,
I
it's
had to go
been
get my dice.
very stressful. Yeah, I guess you better go get your dice, eh? All right, you know what? Let's see if those dice you got me, dear, work better for the DM than they do for the character. All right. I guess I better get a note document up here so I can keep track of everybody's initiative.
Yeah, since our usual initiative tracker isn't here.
You see how essential Siobhan is? We're all like, I don't know what we're doing. Yeah. Well, at least I am. I don't know about anybody else. Okay.
Arian always knows when there's a fight on.
That's true.
That's because Chris always remembers, because gratuitous violence, because rotten weak.
Yeah. I see our chat crew is alive and well. Yeah, if you're new here, the chat crew, there are people in the chat who are participating in the game as NPCs, and they may or may not make comments from time to time. If they're distracting, I'll ignore them, and if they're participating, I will pay attention. So sometimes they're great for comic relief.
Comic relief.
Yeah.
Don't
I
forget
advise
to hit
chat. Go
the,
ahead,
don't
Chris.
forget to hit the exclamation battle.
Oh yes, that's right. And I forgot. I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, just a second, guys. I forgot to put up the drums, but there we go. We have the new chat commands. I think I can put up the drums right now. Just a second. I will do that. I think that would count as an image. We'll call it beat 2/4. And I guess people can start rolling their initiative, but tell me what it is when I call on you, but go ahead and roll anytime.
Chat crew, get your dice ready. You might need to fire cannons. Just saying.
This is true.
Catapults in our case, but same difference.
Yeah.
Where did I put those drums? Okay. But I saved the document. Where did I put it? Did I put it in online work? I probably did. Okay, just a second then. Okay, so we're not going to have that this time, but we're in battle. So, good enough. We'll do it next time, I guess. I have my set of dice if you need me to roll for anyone else like last week, says Stretch. Good. Excellent. All right, so there's a bunch of goblins going, yeah! As I recall. Get them! Oh, ooh, uh-oh. Reminder, by the way, that the audience can spend channel points to re-roll for good or ill. We will allow up to 2 re-rolls on any given action. Okay? And right now, if you're on the player's side, you really might want to re-roll that. I'm just saying. And yeah, had you guys killed the commander, or were you just boarding the ship?
We were just boarding. Madrimlian had gone up one side and mine blasted, and Rowan had gone up the other side and tossed her pot. And as I recall, there were 4 entangled. I think it was 5 mine
5.
blasted.
I think there was 5 entangled and 4. Yeah.
Okay. So it's the other way around. 5 entangled, 4 mine blasted.
Right.
And Arian and the rest had slipped up the stern and were basically ready to go over the rail. And it was time for initiative since that was our surprise action. Basically.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry that I have forgotten the details because it was so. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy around here. All right. What were we attacking? Was it a Corvette?
Oh, Corvette.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Corvette.
I'm gonna double check and make sure I know how many people are on this damn boat.
I think you had ruled that because they're small, they carry double crew.
That's right. I think I did.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm an
Yep.
asshole.
That's
She's
normal
an
for
asshole.
that's normal for goblin vessels.
Oh God.
It's normal for gnomish ones too.
Mm-hmm.
This could be interesting.
We already determined that it was going to be interesting in the Chinese sense of may you live in interesting times.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much the given. Okay, let's have people's initiative. Let's start with Rowan.
14, 15, 16
Gotcha.
for Vonvin.
Okay, Arian.
19.
Okay, Arden. Muted again.
32. I rolled a nat 20.
Nice. Okay. Remember, you can re-roll anything, guys, so there's one that if you're not on the player's side, you might want to attack. I see we have 2 re-rolls loaded, and I'll get to those in just a minute. Aaron, for Ruavel.
30. I rolled a natural 20.
Nice. Xerxes, did you roll for him? Or no, he's not here, right? Oh yeah, he was still.
No.
That's right.
Had they already left? I don't think they've had a chance to leave yet, have
No,
they?
they hadn't leave yet. No.
No, they left from the previous combat with the prize crew and the
Oh,
prisoners.
right.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't need to worry about them. All right then, Crowley.
Crowley was with the captain still.
Right.
Do you want me to pull up Madrimlian's sheet and make a roll for him?
Sure, that would be. Actually, you know what? Let's pull up his sheet because I know Blake doesn't have that in front of him, but we'll let Blake roll for Madrimlian this time because otherwise he's going to be sitting here having nothing to do.
Yep.
So that'll be more interesting. So in the meantime, we will get Yasma's initiative.
13.
13. You guys are real quiet right now, by the way. You were really loud at the start. I don't know why.
Is that better?
No.
Is that better?
Little yet.
Okay,
Anyways,
No. I don't know. Is the mic covered?
No.
No, it shouldn't be.
well, Daz is saying the volume's better. So it's okay on stream. Oh, and she's like, was.
Okay.
Maybe just put the mic into the phone closer to you guys when you're talking. I mean, you'll go off camera a little, but
Okay, well, we're gonna have to turn off the camera then.
Yeah. Oh well.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah, much.
yes.
Okay, I can't do camera, but I can bring the mic up.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so go ahead and roll for Madrimlian there, Blake.
Okay, I rolled a 16.
Okay, and
Plus
so
2.
all right, so 18 for Madrimlian. All right. Yeah, I thought Madrimlian killed one of the captains too. That's why I was like, did the commander die? Yeah. Is it too late to change
I
mine
think
to
that
Monsters Initiative? Says Eli. Nope. Because you haven't yet declared what the reroll was for, so you can do that now. And we also have a reroll from. Who else do we have a reroll from? Yes, Stretch had a reroll as well. Was that for or against the players here? Mine was reroll Monster Initiative. Okay, will do. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Eli was going to do that for the monsters as well, so let's see here.
let's start with Eli's and go from there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep, that's much better for the players. Okay.
So are you gambling there, Stretch?
And nobody wants to cause the players any trouble? If not, then we will continue. Nah, keep it. Okay. Arden, you're up.
All right, I'm going to use a swift action to use my ability to enhance my sword. What do I do this time around? I think I'll make it. I think I'll just make it keen. I'll take both points.
Okay.
And then I will.
Smack a goblin?
Yeah. I think I won't use any spells right now. Oh, wait, no, I'll cast Shield. To give me +4 AC.
Okay. And that would be it for your actions for the round, I imagine.
Yep. That is correct.
Okay.
Brings my AC up to 28.
All right, perfect. Next would be Ruavel.
Ruvel came up over the back of the ship onto the aft cabin, right, and was looking for the captain.
Right, there were two, obviously there's two captains, and Madrimlian took out the other one, right, but not this one. Yeah,
There's one on the other ship.
you see some orc, giving orders, of course. He's, you came up the aft?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's obviously on the main deck. So you're going to have to move to get to him.
He's not on the aft cabin? That's usually where the helm and stuff is. And the bridge where you can see it.
The bridge is usually on the front, the bow area, right?
I suppose
of the
that's
ship.
true. That's where I would have come up then.
Oh, okay. All right, sure. Then he can be
Coming
closer
up
to
onto
you
the
there.
bridge.
Yep. All right. Yeah,
I
you
think
see him.
that's what Arian's idea was too.
Yeah, right, because you guys are together in a group, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Can
were
I-
assaulting the bridge. So.
Yeah, can I add 5-foot adjust and attack him?
Sure.
Okay,
Mhm.
right. Then I'm going to flat side him twice with my sword.
I'm trying to knock him out, eh? Remember, you take a penalty for flat siding. You remember that.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. I want, well, he's captain, right? He's an officer. Right?
Yep.
If we get into a fight later, I might take him out. But peace out, guy.
Yeah, I heard
Two
that.
of them, they don't count when they're on the floor.
Nope.
Because that's a natural 20 on the floor.
Damn, eh?
Okay, so 16. 25?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 25 ought to hit. I don't imagine they've had much chance to do any major armoring up. So go ahead and roll damage.
12.
12, okay. Yeah, so you come up. He goes to, kind of bash you aside, but you get him, so.
Brain him again. Ooh, threat.
Okay. Just to double
19
check,
on
does
the die.
anybody want to cause problems for the players? Stretch has a reroll loaded. Nope. Okay.
Give me a quick second here. I gotta plug my phone in.
Yeah, running chat on phones is really hard on their battery.
Well, I only had about 15 or 25% to begin with. Okay, so nobody is, or did somebody make me re-roll?
Nope, nobody made you reroll.
Nope.
Okay, and to confirm, natural 20 to confirm.
Beautiful. So if you have, and I guess it's if you were keen edged, you could, do some real damage, but you didn't because you broadsided him. So
Yeah, I know.
all right, but that does mean like what is that ×2 or ×3 with your weapons?
Times 2.
All right.
$22.
Yeah, that's a good hit. He goes, ugh! See him bleeding.
Hopefully not badly.
Actually, right, you hit him with the flat side of your blade. Yeah, he looks like his bell's been rung a little bit. He's like, kind of staggers backwards a little.
I think what my intention was to pommel strike him a couple of times.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so that was
So I'm holding
Ruavel's.
the sword by the blade and thrusting the pommel into his face and stuff.
Right.
Oh, he still could have wound up with a bloody nose and a rung bell for sure.
Yep.
All right, so I rolled for Celine, but she's on the ship, so she does not count for the moment. So next is, where are we at here? Arian. You come in like right behind Ruavel. You see this guy get his bell rung.
Is that a 5-foot adjust for me as well?
Yep.
Oh, he's fucked up now because Arian's got multi attacks with 2 swords.
Lucky for you guys,
Here
maybe.
comes the spinny blades.
Yep.
Actually, since we would have discussed taking the orc captain prisoner,
Yeah.
it'll be the spinny attack with the twin saps.
Yeah.
Right.
The spinning saps of unconsciousness.
Nice.
Okay, so the first hit is a 26.
Yep. That hits.
The second hit is a 25.
Mhm.
The third hit is a 20. And the fourth hit is an 18.
All right. Well, I think he has some armor, so I'll say that the last one missed.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
I'm looking. Ouch. Okay, so that's a total of 30 non-lethal.
39 lethal.
30 non-lethal damage.
Oh, 30 non-lethal. Gotcha. Wham!
Bye, and good night.
He's still up, but he sure doesn't look like he's like one eye is pointing one way and the other eye's pointing the other way, you know?
We rung his bell.
You hear him swear. Well, you're pretty sure it's swearing. I don't know
Oh.
if you speak Orcish, but it's swearing.
I don't speak Orcish, but I'm sure the tone comes through.
Oh, quite
Yes.
clearly.
I do.
guess the other question would be, when I came up, did I flank him with Ruavel? That
Yes.
would have changed.
Right.
That would have changed the fourth hit into a 20,
Oh, man, that would have hit.
or
So
22 actually. So,
okay, yep, that hits. And yeah, I assume I know you guys aren't stupid, and I'm
Yep.
sure you guys flank. I'm not one of these people who's going to, make people declare every single damn action. Some stuff is common sense. So,
Oh.
yeah.
So add an additional 8 non-lethal damage.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, he don't look so good.
Pop, 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 pop.
Okay, and that was total?
So it was a total of 38, all told, plus whatever Roval did.
Oh, we just lost Donna Blake.
I'm sure they'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true too. Unless they had the problem of their battery running out again. Alright. Who was next? Vonvin is next.
Righto. We will do a repeat of the last round of boarding a ship a couple of days ago and insert cloud of seasickness.
Oh god. Okay, and everybody had to make a saving throw, as I recall, fortitude save or be nauseated. Was that how it worked?
I believe so. I'm just pulling my spell up now. I didn't have it up because I just wasn't expecting to be up this quick.
Yeah, things are moving fairly quickly tonight, for sure.
What level spell is that, Rowan?
I believe it's first.
So 10 plus 1 plus your primary casting ability for it. For the DC.
10 plus 1 plus primary casting ability, which in that case is plus 3 because Druid.
So DC 14.
Hello, can you hear us?
There you go.
Yeah.
Now we hear you.
Okay. We seem to have lost connection or something. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
strange.
We were waiting for you.
Yeah, no worries. Rowan is currently looking up her spell to give me the effects. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no
I am
worries.
really looking forward to getting my new glasses. I hate the frames. They're ugly and they're purple, but they were what was cheap. Okay. Just upping screen size here. Yeah, pretty much. I really wanted blue ones, but they didn't have any that fit me in blue. Really wish it. It's not even called cloud of seasickness, but that's what it does.
Yep.
Does it have a... That's a sort by school. Oh, you guys are bastards.
Cloud of seasickness spells functions like stinking cloud. Except as noted above, vapors make the creature sickened instead of nauseated.
Ah.
Where the hell did you find it, Chris? It's
The
taking
PD
me forever.
A PD20, the D20 PFSRB.
There we are. Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius, 20 feet high. It lasts 1 round per level. And since my caster level is like 8 because of Mystic Surge, that means 8 combat rounds.
Right.
Fortitude negates, no spells resistance.
All right.
And it's a druid 2, so it's actually DC 15.
Oh, yeah, 15 because that's a second level spell.
Okay, so Sickened has what effect again?
They drop everything. They're busy throwing up and can't do anything else.
Right.
Yep. Remember that goblins get +4 to save versus sickened condition.
That's
Male
right.
goblins.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, it isn't going to help many of them. It's obviously the player's night.
We're all gonna be made. Well, no, we're in sealed units. That's good. Otherwise, we'd probably have to make fucking nausea saves ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I checked actually before I did this the first time. I'm like, so our bug suits are sealed and we have our own air supply, right?
No. You don't know goblins. This is a goblin ship. It smells like a sewer.
Yeah. Yeah. Before her spell, everybody would have had to have made rolls. Nauseated anyway. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? You just took out like the vast majority of the crew. Right? There's like 2 groups of them that are okay out of like 6 of them, right? The way I divided the saves. Because, you group them together, right? You don't want to make like saves for 30, 40 goblins, So.
Right.
And the commander is like staggering around on a fraction of his hit points. He says, "All right, fuck! Stand down!" He says. Tosses his swords to the ground. Or his axe to the ground, rather.
The question is whether the berserk goblins will actually pay any attention.
That's true. Yeah, they pay attention. They try to bail off the deck. Well, that was shorter than I was expecting, but nicely done, guys.
Well, you take out the head.
It's the Madrimlian, yeah, and the Madrimlian Von Vin lockdown combo.
Yeah, that was dramatic.
And the Aryan Ruraville decapitation strike.
Yeah. Yeah, he turns to Harry and goes, "Good work."
And Aryan whaps the guy with his sap one more time.
Yeah, dunk. Yeah, he goes down.
Okay, start tying him up.
Start strapping goblins. Unless, one of our commanders tells us otherwise.
Right. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of prisoners, guys. What are you going to do with them?
Probably send them back to base. You have to.
Yeah, since we've been told we're not allowed to just eliminate the low-ranking ones.
Yeah.
Arian's normal reaction would be just to reach over and pull the guy out of the helm.
Leave them floating. Take their star pilots.
Well, I mean, didn't we say if you yank them out of? Didn't we say if we yank the guy out of the helm, it loses its etheric membrane?
eventually. Yeah, does take a few minutes, but
Yep. No, if the helm is destroyed, they lose all air and gravity. That's what
Yeah.
it is, right? If the helm is working, they don't lose air and gravity. But if you take away their pilots, anybody with spellcasting abilities, they can't go anywhere.
Well, I guess we'll have to send it back to base with. I guess the only person who's left to take it is what's his name? The other druid guy.
yeah,
Alessander?
Alessander.
Hmm.
At least
Of
he's
course,
used to smelly nature stuff.
this is a very frequented place in space.
Hmm.
You might consider leaving them adrift.
That's true. Leave them adrift with all their supplies. Take their captain and their ship's
Jammers.
pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that leaves it
Right. If there is a
recoverable by
life,
the.
if there is a life helm on here, we just destroy it.
But it
Yeah.
leaves it recoverable for the Fomorians. Do they have lifeboats?
The question is whether or not they'd have enough for everybody.
Yeah, probably not.
This is overcrewed, right?
Right.
Well, remember they still count as small creatures on board a lifeboat too.
That
The
is true.
lifeboat that normally carries 10 now carries 20. So if they have a longboat, we could put the crew off in it and scuttle the ship and take the officers and casters.
Yeah. Put them in longboats. Let them go back to their fucking people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, strip out the officers and the casters and then just put the. I assume they have some kind of non-magical engine that they can get back to.
Yeah, they have a magical engine. It's just not a spin dizzy, basically one.
So it
And
can't
it's
make
slow.
It's slow.
interstellar speed. So we'll make it to
No.
permafrost before them anyway. So
Oh yeah, we'll make it look permafrost. Like they would take them weeks to get to permafrost.
yeah, I think that's probably the best bet. Then just put the regular crew off in small boats, strip out the officers and casters, and scuttle the ship in place.
Yeah, I'm with him.
Give them their you know give them their rations and stuff.
Oh
Of
yeah,
course.
we'll give them enough food and stuff to survive. We're not fucking cruel. We're not
Yeah.
orcs here.
Stuff them in with a plunger, says Dad.
Poking it all into one lifeboat.
That's just mean.
How
We're
many
the Elven Imperial Navy, not barbarians.
goblins
Not the
can you
Fomorian.
fit into a beetle?
How many goblins can what?
How many goblins can you fit into a beetle?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that sounds like a plan. We've now denied them another 2 gunboats and another 2 corvettes. So, because I assume while we were doing this, Celine took the ship off and shot the crap out of that other gunboat that was picking up the survivors from the one that whoever it was one-shotted.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Barbarossa did it.
Yeah, he did.
Crack catapult man.
Yeah, Celine's full of praise to the chat crew. She says, well shot. Good job, everybody. Now let's make sure that they can't fly it again. They'll recover
That's
the spin
them.
dizzy, and then they'll blow it up, basically.
Yep. We'll cut the spin dizzy out of it, right? And then fucking leave it. It's scuttled. It's not
Well,
like
that's true. That makes sense. So yeah,
they go back to it. Who cares? It's a stinky fucking shithole.
yeah, it's a block of wood in space. Yeah, okay. So that's what
Yep.
they
Well, I
do.
mean, they could hook all those longboats to it and have some extra space and tug it slowly if they wanted.
Right.
That's why I'm of the opinion we should completely scuttle it to deny it to the enemy.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Blow it up. Scuttle it completely. Yep.
We'll
Celine
basically
agrees.
use we'll use our newly found keel plate rupturing method.
Yep.
Yeah.
Place charges. Boom. Yeah, good job, guys. That could have been a very challenging combat, but you guys dealt with it very intelligently. There were a lot of goblins.
Yeah.
Hey, Dragon Magpie. Yeah, I'm here to do whatever I'm told because I'm in the Marines. More of the chat crew has arrived. Yeah, just to note, one of our chat crew, Bob, is in the hurricane area, so we haven't heard from him tonight. I assume that's probably because he's lost power. So that sucks.
Well, here's hoping Bob is okay
Yeah.
and his home and everything makes it through intact.
Yep. Come to think of it, he showed up for the beginning of my other stream, but had kind of vanished before the end of it, and that's not like him, so maybe that's when they lost power. And I wasn't thinking about it at the time because I didn't equate the hurricane and I was doing an interview, so. Alright! So this is pretty close to the halfway point here for tonight's game, unless we're going late, but I don't know that we are.
I think that sort of depends on our game master wishes and of course if Arian and Wildflower and company can
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm kind of
stay late.
getting a gauge of that, which you guys can let me know. I'm going to put on a brief break here, mostly because I have to take a bio and get more coffee. So we're going to do that. And then when we come back, we'll see about whether or not we're going to go late tonight. I am willing to go somewhat late because we started late. And I feel like I don't want to deprive you guys of good game. So, and I don't have anything else I immediately have to do, so that's all fine. But it depends on everybody else. I don't want anybody to miss anything either, so, I mean, I know that Dawn is already under the effects of a migraine because of the weather here, right? And, I know Chris probably has to work early, so it's up to you guys. You can let me know in the Discord if you don't want to talk about it on stream. We're going to take about a 5-minute break or so, and we'll be right back.
Noted.
a total internet crash on my end.
No, we're still on break, Chris.
I'm on my phone again, so
Okay.
our network's completely down.
Yeah. What's up?
There's a storm in the area?
There's one over towards Edgewood. I can see the lightning, but looks like it's back. So I'm gonna get off here and try to rejoin on the computer.
Okay.
All right, I'm not sure what that was.
I don't know, you've been getting an awful lot of those glitches lately. You should probably talk to your provider and see what the hell.
Yeah, it says my connection's unstable right now, so.
That just means you're not getting a lot of speed. I get that all the time because of satellite.
Yeah, but
And Sable was asking
we're
people
supposed
to go ahead. Sorry.
we're supposed to have like gig speed here, so.
Yeah. Like
My
I said, you should be
connection
talking
is
to your
unstable
internet
too,
guys.
but that's my connection to reality. But that's my connection to reality.
Sable was asking people to say in the Discord if they could go late or not this evening.
Probably go a little. I'm not going to Santa Fe tomorrow.
All right.
Me and Blake have to stay late. We gotta be up at 3 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. We should press on without Dawn and Blake.
Given what we're going to do, I think it's best if we have all hands on deck for this. I'd hate for somebody to have a character death and not be here, and that would be horrible. The difference with Siobhan is she had a choice. She knew what we were up to.
I'll put this one in here. That's when you already opened. Okay. Yep. Yep. Ready to go. I'm just gonna reheat the other hamburgers after this. Don't hand me that plate of hamburger. There's one for the top. Look at that.
There you go, everybody. Cat tax. Yep.
Yeah.
Chris can stay a little longer. Wildflower and Blake cannot. They have to be,
Can you guys hear me?
Has to be at work at 3 a.m. Yep.
Okay. I'm just on my different headset now because my headset died. So I gotta plug it in. Which I can do here at the table. Okay, I'm still making dinner, so I'm in and out here.
Okay.
And we're back. At least some of us are. All right, so let's check on what was in the chat here while I was gone. Sorry about the delay. I had to go get my cats. It's time for them to come in. It's dark. Yeah, okay. All right. Good night, Moon. Sleep well. What days are Ask Old GM again? Did anybody answer Dragon Magpie's question there?
Yes, it was answered.
Okay, good.
I believe Daz got it.
Perfect. Pride Ascending says we've had some pretty crappy weather here in southern Georgia today. And I had to drive 5 hours round trip through it all. Woohoo! Sounds like fun. I've done that. Daz is like, oh, nothing to see here. Hides incriminating things in the corner of the chat room. Nice. Okay, so I guess the plan is you guys are going to scuttle the ship, take the Spin Dizzy, take their officers, and leave everybody else to get back on their own in lifeboats.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I see I gotta move all the things around again. Okay, no worries. We're playing Internet Relay tonight, apparently.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah, I had a full internet crash, so.
Oh, yay. All right. There we go. Yes, you guys marched the prisoners into the brig. It's starting to get pretty stuffy in there.
Well, we had the other prisoners gone, and I'm
Mm.
sure our crew cleaned it since, they've been gone at least a day. They had to be doing something in their spare time.
You're not going out.
Suppose that's true. Yeah, the
And-
goblins reek, by the way. They are stinky.
Yeah, they stink.
You
We
know
could
what? We have a
always-
decanter of endless water. We can hose them down.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. We can totally have what the hell is his name? Sylvester Stallone, army guy. Oh, I can't believe.
Oh,
Not
Rambo?
Rambo. Yeah, you can totally have a Rambo First Blood moment where we just hose them all down.
Man, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Yep. Hose them all down.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Rubel
clearly
doesn't
swearing
speak
at you in
Goblin,
Goblin.
Rubel doesn't speak Goblin, but he speaks Orc.
Well, the orc's not saying anything because
No.
he's unconscious.
No, Dragon Magpie. It is not a brig spray park. It is on the deck of the other ship before we scuttle it. We ain't letting their stinky asses on our ship. Fuck that.
Yeah.
They'll foul the air envelope.
Yep, that kind of reek in the etheric membrane is probably not a good idea.
Yes, absolutely. Search the prisoners, Dazzlecat.
Yes, and thank you to the chat crew for thinking to search them. It's a good idea.
Even take their shoelaces and their belts.
Dragon Magpie says it's called cultural exchange. This, goblins, is called hygiene. I hate hygiene! Yeah.
Arian will examine their weaponry on the ship to see if it's worth salvaging. And I'm sure Madrimlian is down stripping out the logs and everything.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And, you know, the more mechanically engineering adept Barbarossa can be helping remove the spin dizzy.
Yeah, so removing the spin dizzy isn't a simple task, right? I mean, you could like cut it out of the ship, but it might blow up. So
Yeah, it might just fly apart and kill everybody in a 10-foot area.
so it's more like carefully disassembling the connecting wires and
Yeah.
Do I need to roll my knowledge
I
engineering?
hope Daz speaks Goblin.
yeah, I believe you probably should. And
A 22.
yeah, you're aware that it has to be carefully disconnected, and it kind of has to be carried together. And yet, Barbarossa, you can also roll engineering for the same reason. Good idea. Can my character keep a small piece of shrapnel or other worthless, low-value bottle cap-sized item as a souvenir? Says Dragon Magpie. Absolutely, you can. I'll figure out what you find in the pockets thereafter, Daz. But I'm sure you're not alone. If I know Crowley, right, he'd be like encouraging
Is he
this.
song in the chat?
Oh yeah, I was definitely encouraging searching all of them and taking anything that can be used to either escape or
Too bad, because she could just roll on some random tables that I know she's got. I don't want to go dig them out. I got a book called What Has He Got in His Pockets?
Okay, dear, I'll trust you to work that out after.
Yeah, I'll dig it out later.
Barbarossa rolls an 18. Yeah, so between the two of you, you managed to disassemble the appropriate connections to move the spin dizzy out without the whole thing flying apart.
Yep.
And that's a good question there. Aaron, how common are tin hats, by the way? That was your thing.
Not very. Right. People generally don't know about that. All right.
Yeah, so these guys
It's
don't
not
have
like
any tin hats because they're not working with any
Bartor.
psionic, Bartor goblins. So
Yeah.
yep, no tin hats. You do find some gold. You find a couple of treasures, like little pieces of jewelry that you think might have been stolen from the officers. Probably an old booger.
rat half
Pocket
eaten.
lint.
Pocket lint, a rat half eaten. Yep.
Pocket sand.
A
Don't
turd
forget
half
about
eaten.
that.
There's Esong. Hello, Esong. Good to see you. We were just talking about
Hi,
you.
Isang, we were just talking about you. Do you
We
have the
want to
book?
know what he's got
What do
in
you
his
find in his
pockets.
pockets? From Raging Swan?
Yeah, because we understand you made handy tables. Live cockroaches? No, they'd have eaten the cockroaches.
Some dead ones, maybe.
Cockroaches are really good protein.
Yeah. Okay, so what they're
Oh,
what they're asking about is, do you happen to have your handy tables? What has he got in his pockets available from Raging Swan Press there, where it's easily accessible? Because we have Dazzle Cat going through the pockets of the dead goblin, or of the dead and probably sickened goblins too. Because well, maybe,
yeah.
yeah.
We didn't actually kill a lot of
No, we
them.
didn't kill a lot of them, did we? No.
No.
No, we just locked them down hard because Von Vin and Madrimlian are awesome.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we shall wait. In the meantime, okay, I know some things. Like I said, rat half eaten. Yeah, a couple of dried dead cockroaches. The sole of a shoe. You're not sure what that's about.
A cricket.
Thieves' tools. Um,
The shrunken head of one of the goblin's mothers.
Would they actually do that? Is that one of their customs, dear? You know the goblins.
What's that? What was that? I was looking for my book.
Chris was suggesting that perhaps they might have the shrunken head of one of their mothers.
Shrunken head of somebody, maybe.
Right. And a variety of very interesting weapons here. Let's see, I'll post the link in the chat. How do you spell that, babe?
How do I spell which?
Their weaponry there, the goblins, Ikloa or whatever it is.
Iklwa? IKLWA.
So I'll put that link in the chat.
I am so going to be figuring out when I get higher level spells, a higher level version of that fucking cloud, because goddamn, that's useful.
Yeah, you find a bunch of these. A charcoal and stone drawing of a very large goblin family. Okay. A dead bat in a wicker bird cage. The bat's webbing is cut to tatters. A desiccated goblin hand, still clutching a rudimentary mom club. I'm sure that must be something else. A discarded headdress made from the colorful feathers of local birds. Sure. A handful of scattered goblin teeth in pristine condition. Oh, bone club. Yeah, that makes sense. A handful of scattered goblin teeth in pristine condition, except for the exact attached chunks of decomposing flesh. A partial leather boot, whose gourmet apparently needed
Partially eaten.
partially eaten leather boot, whose gourmet apparently needed half a dozen bites before determining it was no good.
Well, that certainly explains where the boot sole came from.
Doesn't it, though? Yep, there we go. Oh my god, my eyes are going to be forever traumatized if an officer doesn't tell the goblins to hoist their beltless pants back up. Yeah, the front and back covers a religious tome. The inside pages. And we should be back now.
Yeah, we're back.
I don't have any idea what happened there.
Okay, I was just asking Esong,
Twitch.
did you get that from what has he got in his pockets anyway, or from the Goblin Lair one?
It's the Goblin Monster Lair. It's a thing I already have printed out and had accessible. I don't know if I have the
Yeah.
other one. Cool.
Yeah, I
So,
couldn't find my other one, so
That's Raging Swan that does that?
yeah.
Pretty handy.
Yeah, they give you all sorts of stuff. It's all sorts of backdrop stuff for filling in what your characters find in a cave or whatever, right? Yeah,
cool.
makes it easy for when you're doing it, so you don't have to make it up over fucking time.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so you guys find that various junk.
I'm sure Madrimlian tells the goblins to hold on to their pants once their belts are gone. In Goblin.
Show them how to tie a knot in their pants so that they'll stay up.
Right.
Tonight, the part of Madrimlian will be puppeteered by Rowan.
Yes. Well, and Arian to some degree. Right, and Chris.
Yeah.
He's been puppeteering him too. And Crowley. Blake
Yeah.
has been rolling for him, so. Stretch dozed off in
Yeah.
his computer chair. I was wondering why you got so quiet. And Dragon Magpie's back. Yeah, we just had a Twitch glitch. I have no idea what happened. Weirdly, it lost. It must have been on our end because it lost both Zoom and OBS Live. So I don't know.
I didn't lose Zoom.
You didn't? I did.
No.
See, I think that damn fences thing is trying to set itself back up again, and it's giving me problems again, right? So
It's not. The thing takes like literally kilobytes of RAM.
I don't know. It's very weird. We'll argue about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, so you round these guys up, you send them off.
Yep. Wake up that officer.
He's going to need some healing before he's going to be awake.
I took some non-lethal damage, so.
Yeah, non-lethal damage means he has a concussion and his skull didn't crack. It doesn't mean he's taking a nap.
All right, Von Vin will cure light him.
Yeah, 1 point of regular healing.
Yeah.
Cures all non-lethal.
Okay, well then she has like the super low level one on her thing. I forget what it's called at the moment. Stabilize.
Right. Good night, Esong. Thanks for joining us.
Good night, Esong.
And thank you for generating goblin junk.
Yes. Yeah, okay, he's kind of like, ugh. Blinks. Looks around. I assume he's already in the brig.
Yeah. You're a prisoner of the Imperial
and
the
clean.
Avalonian Imperial Navy.
Host everybody.
Okay. I didn't hear a word there because two people were talking at the same time.
I said, you are now a prisoner of the Avalonian Imperial Navy. What's your name?
And now I gotta make up a name. Oh, we lost Dawn and Blake.
God damn it!
Bad internet night, man. Alright, we'll put them over here. Put this over here. Alright. Well, at least I have a random name generator. For our works, too, so.
Arian, who are you assigning to guard detail?
That's the bosun's job.
Yeah, pretty much. I suppose it's his job. I let him handle it.
Yeah.
So, who's assigned to guard detail since you're NPCing Oleander along there?
How many prisoners do we have? Officers and the like.
Well, let's see. On a Corvette, there is typically 1 to 3 officers.
Mm-hmm.
So,
There's overcrewed, so probably 3 or 4.
yeah, probably 3 or 4, especially because you'll need people to man the spin dizzies, and pilots are generally officers. Or are they on Goblin ships?
Pilots? I don't think so. I think they're usually priests. Right. Well, on orc ships, on a goblin ship, I don't know. Lifers don't exist yet, so they're probably sorcerers.
Yeah, I was gonna say shaman or witch doctor.
Yeah, or shaman.
Right. Okay, well.
Because this is just after Kartal, right? So
Right.
goblins are still a lot tribal.
Right, okay. So, yeah, probably about 5 because you would have taken the pilots too, right? 5 or 6?
Okay.
So,
6 prisoners, that
yeah.
makes sense. Um,
I hears you, Dawn. You made it.
Yay! We're just having some weird internet shit from everybody tonight, aren't we?
Yeah. I had lots of internet according to the phone, but I got booted out.
yeah. Okay, Roosevelt and Crowley.
Okay.
So who's on the first duty? Just because of if there's going to be an escape, it's going to try and happen right away. They're going to want to be near their people. They're not going to try and escape when we're away from them. So, ask Arian to keep an eye on the 2 of them. They're known to go a little maverick.
There's an understatement.
I'm amused by Daz dreams of getting some sleep with her heroic boat hook. Yeah. Alright, he says... Let's see.
Arian will sit at the brig desk there
Mm-hmm.
and work on the report for the assault. So
Yeah.
Makes sense. He says... Let's see. It's a Corvette, so typically Corvettes are commanded by commanders, right?
Yeah.
Well, except they have different names and a slightly different ranking system. He says, Gortar Skard. He says,
Gortar Scarred. Gortar is your title?
nods.
What does it mean? I know what Gortar means.
He says, Commander or Lieutenant, I suppose, would be your equivalent, depending.
He nods. He says, we've set your men free on lifeboats to make their way back to your fleet. He says, and you are now prisoners of the Imperial Elven Navy, or the Imperial Avalonian Navy. He says, do you have any dietary requirements?
He says, do you keep meat on elf ships?
Yes. We have some carnivores on board.
He says, we eat more meat than you do.
Okay, we'll keep that in
Arian
mind.
looks at him and looks up at him and just grins friggin' evilly. When
Yeah, I know when I say I have a few carnivores on board.
Yep.
Yeah, I was. What are you doing, you little shit? Get down from there.
He's apparently talking to cats, I assume.
Yes.
We don't have any small children at home, so must be the cats.
The hell was that? Climb up on the microwave stand. Try and climb up on the cupboards.
Well, you know, it is a full moon tonight, and that makes cats all crazy. Just saying.
Much is explained.
Moon catting.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems pretty determined to only answer what he's been addressed. He's not volunteering any information. He's not spouting curses at you. He's not, none of that.
He says, I'm sure the command will have questions for you. I don't at the moment. He says, I'll see what I can do about getting you out of this cell, Commander.
He looks at you skeptically.
He says, you're an officer and a gentleman, aren't you?
He says, elves would give us that much credit? That hasn't been my experience.
Most wouldn't. I would. I'll talk to my captain.
All right. He says.
He says, can I have your parole?
You can have my parole, he says. He sits up a little straighter. He almost looks like he's like, okay, all right, I see you,
He says, then I will speak with my captain about seeing that you have free access to the areas of the ship that are not reserved.
I appreciate that, he says.
Yeah. He'll say to Crowley, keep an eye on him. I'm going to go talk to the captain.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
He'll go find something.
Now, because I know that Madrimlian would be doing this, he will be picking the brains of the orc while he's doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he has to roll. What would he have to roll? I haven't played a Scion in the system. I have no idea how it works.
The orc gets a will save.
Okay.
If he's a fighter, he won't have a great one.
Nope. Fair enough. Okay, Madrimlian lets you know he was telling the truth when it's convenient to do so.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah,
Go
Celine
find
is also dealing with, reports of the battle. She's like um, double checking some things with someone else. She's in the wardroom, right? She looks up, smiles.
Captain.
Yeah, he's what, a lieutenant now? No,
Ensign. He hasn't
Yeah.
been given his promotion yet.
ensign, she says with a smile.
I've come to ask you to give parole to the Orcish captain. He's commander. He is his name. Stark was his name.
Scarred. It's spelled Skard in my name generator, but of course, everyone hearing that is going to instantly think of, scars on the face or something, right? So,
Right. Scarred, he says.
You think I should?
Is that,
She says. Do you trust him?
and no, but I trust that he meant what he said when he gave me his parole. My dream man read his mind.
She
Since
says,
he is
well,
an officer, I'm probably a nobleman.
strikes you as noble, does he?
Bearing is. Even if he's not a nobleman, he is an officer.
She says, well, we are at the beginning of this conflict.
Mhm.
I suppose how we conduct ourselves might set the tone for the rest of the war.
That's what I was thinking. Why make lifelong enemies? When you can make lifelong rivals.
Okay, she says. We'll accept his parole.
Thank you,
I'll go
Captain.
down and do that, she says. She heads to the brig
Okay. I'll follow
with
her
you.
down.
Yeah. He
Gortar
stands up
Scarred.
when she comes in,
Captain on
nods.
deck.
Yep, he, shows respect in his bearing. He does a chest pounding salute kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Gortar Scarred, this is Captain Celine Wintermist.
Captain,
Sure
he
you're
says.
familiar with the name Wintermist.
I am, actually, he says. She says, well, that would be my mother, I'm sure you've heard of, she says. My officers have spoken for you, she says, and I'm pleased to accept your parole, she says. Thank you, Captain, he says. Your word then, you won't try to escape and attack us and all that nonsense. Yes, of course, I understand what parole means, he says with a twist in his mouth. She nods. All right then, let him out, she says. You're forbidden from entering the bridge, the wardroom, the officers' quarters, she says, aside from your assigned room, and the engine room, obviously, she says.
And the armory.
And the armory, of course. Of course, he says. Yeah. And they let him out and they assign him to a room. Oleander says, this way, sir.
They speak in
Shake his head.
common or
You speak Elfid, he
Elfin.
says.
Well, what language were you speaking to him in?
Orcish.
Yep, that's what we've been speaking. So you ask him now, do you speak Elfin? He says, somewhat, in a very heavily accented somewhat.
He says, I'm afraid that not all of our crew speak Orc. He says,
Nods.
so communication will probably take place in Elfin. We are all fluent in that.
He nods.
If you find yourself in a situation that you aren't getting your point across because of your limit of language, send someone for me. Since I speak Orc rather well.
So I hear, he says. Bit of an accent, but
Yeah,
it will do,
say,
he
right?
says with a smile. You think it's a smile anyway. It's kind of hard to tell around his tusks.
Yeah, around his tusks, whether it's a sneer or a smile.
His voice is also very low pitched, right? More low pitched than you're typically used to hearing on a regular basis.
I'm going to take it as a smile and smile back.
Yeah, he says, anything else I ought to be aware of?
He says, the gigantic cat is supposed to be there.
Ah, he says. He says, I assume I'm to be held for ransom then? He says.
He nods.
All right.
You and your officers will ransom you back.
He nods.
He goes, why the war?
You really don't know, he says.
He says, my friend, I'm 50 years old. Do you know how young that is for an elf?
He says, older than me by a few years.
This is about equivalent of a adolescent teen.
Ah, he says.
He says, I haven't had time to develop prejudices and hatreds yet. He says, and I don't know why anybody would. He says, I just don't know.
He says, then you might be an exception.
He says, I know our people have been at each other's throats forever. My father insisted that I learn the Orcish language because he said that I would need it in the future when wars happen with the Orcs again. My father was an asshole, but I think he's right. Since why are we at war? Scarred.
He says, I don't speak for
Engage-
my commanders, he says. I am just a soldier, he says.
Of course. Of course, aren't we all?
He says, but what I do know is that it's becoming increasingly difficult to be a Fomorian in this space, he says.
He nods.
And frankly, we're tired of it, he says.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about all I'd better say, he says.
Okay. Thanks for that much.
You've been kind and, well, at least honorable, he says. I can return the favor. You didn't kill my crew, he says. You could have, but you didn't.
I don't like killing people. Makes me sleep bad.
You're in for worse sleep then, boy, he says.
Yeah. I know. So I'm going to stave that off as much as possible.
Perhaps 50 years does give you some wisdom, he says. As young as you are for your people.
Maybe not. I'm sort of a moron. I do what my heart tells me to do.
Well, he says, that can get you into trouble, he says.
He nods. And when did you last eat, Commander?
It's been some time, he says. A few hours. I think, anyway. He says, how long was I out?
Half hour.
Hasn't been that long then, he says. He says, but if you're inviting me to join you for a meal, I'd be honored.
He nods, he says. Well, we'll see what the kitchen can cook up.
All right, and I think we'll call it here, guys. Since not everybody could go late tonight, and it is 4 minutes to 9, and I don't want to start on anything else.
Well, I had a question.
Sure.
Two of them, actually.
About it.
Would the Gortor mind me joining them for their meal?
I'm sure
No.
he wouldn't.
And how tough does he look? How strong?
He's pretty big and pretty strong. Yeah.
Because Arian
Okay.
figures they probably think we're a bunch of pansies, so he's thinking about arm wrestling them.
Yeah, good idea.
That's a cool idea, actually. Yeah. All right. So I think I heard Dawn and Blake say they're going. So good night.
Good night.
I think they already went.
That
Yeah,
didn't take long, did it? Zoop. Dawn's been
Yeah,
struggling.
they always do that.
Yeah, Dawn's been struggling along with a migraine for the whole game, so.
Yeah.
The weather here is rainy, which is good. We need it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been very good for dealing with the fires. But my neck hurts, so I'm sure hers does too. I'm having an achy day. Right? And she gets migraines. I just get a sore neck. It's irritating, but it doesn't cause a migraine. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you can probably arm wrestle them. We'll pick up there next time. So, remind me that that's where we are.
Do I know what I want to do with warlocks in universe? Well, I'm working that out. All right. I can't see why they wouldn't exist. All right. So.
Yeah, I can't see why they wouldn't exist either. It makes sense within universe. It's just, of course, the game system we're using doesn't have rules for them, so we're going to need to come up with something equivalent. But that's fine. All right, so how does everyone feel about tonight's game?
I feel good about it.
I'm happy.
I'm sorry it started late.
It's fine.
Fine.
Yeah. Dragon Magpie, you could probably get away with just going first level Warlock and go with what the base 3.5 stuff has, because they get a
Yeah, I
will
will
save,
adapt.
no attack bonus, and an Eldritch Blast, and that's it at first level, and one invocation.
Ha! Eldritch Blast. The Warlock's go-to spell. The only spell they ever cast. I cast Eldritch Blast, and that's about it.
That's
At least that's
maybe
what it
not
is in
on
5th
that
edition.
Warlock.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's all
And
right.
the invocations just change it. That's all. So anyway,
Yep.
I think it went well, and I think we're proven to be quite adept at this. Special forces knocking out at least smaller ships. Then, so
Mhm.
Oh, what we took out? What 5 or 6
6 so
ships or
far.
something?
Yeah, you guys are racking up some confirmed kills here. Yeah,
Mhm.
sunk 5 ships so far.
6
6.
Six.
Yep.
gunboat and corvette first round, 2 gunboats, 2 corvettes this round.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. Really impressive, guys.
Yeah, it's not bad for a frigate. So
I might have to
Yep.
make your enemies tougher or something.
Mm.
Have to run into some Royal Guard or something.
Yeah, something.
well, eventually they will run out
Thus,
of
Rowan
corvettes
said,
and gunboats.
Yeah, they will run out of corvettes and gunboats, and we'll have to take on some sloops or something.
Yeah, or you won't be able to catch them by themselves as much because they'll change how they do patrols. Because people do that. They adapt,
Mhm.
right? Dad says, "Ooh, can we paint those little ship icons on the hull once we reach a port? One for each defeated enemy vessel." You can probably do it like, in space. You do keep ship paint aboard, right? And you do that because you may need to make repairs en route, right?
We have a space shark.
Yep.
His name is Karak.
Pride says starts humming one of Sable's folk songs. Yeah, that would be the Queen's Dirk that they're probably humming, which is ironic.
We weren't facing. We're
very,
not. We're not at 9 galleons yet.
Yep.
and yeah, there's
3,
a
we
reason
sank.
why Rowan was saying
And 3,
Bronwyn's
we got
going
our.
to do, a figure out a higher level of cloud of seasickness, because inevitably she's going to need to have higher saves on that.
Yeah,
Well,
learn heightened spell.
well, if you just
Learn
prepare it in a
Actually, I
higher spell slot, right?
can, yeah,
doesn't
and
work
I
that
can
way in
spend some
Pathfinder.
arcane reservoir to up the difficulty level of the spell, actually, and I got like 7 points or something like that.
Oh yeah, your arcanist abilities, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, that would work. Yeah, but you can do that for sure. Yeah, I wonder if the
I
captain
think
will
the
make with the ship icons. Actually, Daz, that's interesting. I don't even know how that tradition got started.
I do believe that it was an Air Force tradition,
Yes, it
actually.
was. Yes.
World War One, actually.
And it was
Yeah,
World War
Yeah.
One. I know that, but I don't know how it got started.
Well, when they started shooting them down, and because combat happened at such close range, they wanted their enemies to know how dangerous they were,
Yep.
and so that's why they started putting kill marks.
Yeah. Okay.
It was
I see.
an intimidation thing, when the Red Baron flew up next to you and waggled his wings, and you looked over and there's 40 kill marks on the side of his plane, and there's 2 on the side of yours. Well,
You're like, fuck me. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, I was just wondering if there was any story about how it got started precisely. I did know all that information, but not like, I was wondering if there was some specifics, but I guess it's just a thing people started doing. That's cool. This is the equivalent of World War One in this universe, so if you guys want to start the tradition, what the hell?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, are all the Pathfinder character sheets the same? I believe they are.
I think there's a spell. There's like a feat that allows you to increase spell casting resistance.
Yeah, it's called heightened spell.
Yeah.
All right, so are there any other questions, thoughts, or comments before we start saying our goodbyes for the night? That sounds like resounding silence to me. Daz says, "Sir, will I get in trouble if I paint these kill icons?"
No, sounds like a good idea to me, Daz. Get your butt in a painter's chair and get over the set.
Yep, why not? Yay, how many do we have? I believe we've decided that there were 6. I heard Damien saying this one. Okay, we're good.
No, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Daz
a
says,
meta magic feat.
6, got it. Port or starboard or both? I think it's usually, I don't remember which side it was on, but I know it was near the nose of the plane or on the wing, right? So I would say
probably on the sails actually would make the most sense because everybody usually sees your sails.
And I was going to say that World War II submarines would do a kill banner for the patrol.
Right.
They'd come back with like different ships painted on this big long banner that they flew off the conning tower when they came back. So,
You know what? I think a flag would be a great idea because people see those first, right? Because it's an intimidation tactic.
Yeah, pennant. Not a flag.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
Get sewing.
never mind, get out of that painter's chair. We're going to do it on a flag or on a pennant instead, Daz.
Fly it from the mainmast with Gus.
Yeah. And these are one of those things that you wish that you had happen in a game before you wrote things in the book, because then you would have had the character look up and think about the flag, the pennant with the kills on it. Oh, well. Too late. That's all right. All right, guys. I guess we're gonna call it now. I'll just before we go tonight, I'll say A Few Good Elves is coming out on September 7th. There is a pre-order link for the novel here. Right, check it out. We ran the book trailer at the start of the episode. But there will be more available formats other than just on Amazon, but I'm still waiting to get that back from the formatter, right? So the print versions may release a little later than the ebook versions, but it will be available starting from September 7th. If you're on Amazon, you can pre-order now, right? And yeah, I'm very excited about finally getting this out into the universe. So, thanks for all your support, guys. All right, we're going to switch to the credits screen here. All right, and we're going to put a little bit of music on, and Toy Soldiers Old School is game mastered by Sable Aradia, based on the Toy Soldiers Saga universe, created by Diane Morrison, who happen to be the same person. I've got to rewrite that now that we've changed game masters. Audio and video are provided by Zoom. Sound effects and ambience provided by Sirenscape. Music, which we did not run this time, the theme music is provided by White Sand. Check out his Patreon at patreon.com/whitesand. Mapping software provided by Campaign Cartographer 3+, Ink Carnet, and World Spinner with adaptations in Adobe Photoshop. Character graphics provided by Hero Forge. Gaming software provided by Fantasy Grounds, Hero Lab, and World Anvil. Check out our campaign at www.worldanvil.com/w/Toy Soldiers Saga. Distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution License, the Toy Soldier Saga is copyright 1995 by Diane Morrison, all rights reserved. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me tonight and, joining us. And I had a great time. We will see you, I hope, at the regular time next week. And we are going to raid Coffee Quills, I believe. And I think while we do that, if you'll indulge me. Oh yes, Aaron will be back on Tuesday for Ask an Old GM. You can see the countdown. That is 1 day and 4 hours, 49 minutes, and whatever from now. At least if it's got the right time on that clock that I adjusted tonight. And yeah, but Monday is our day off, so we will not see you until Tuesday. We're going to run the book ad one more time, and then we're going to raid over to Coffee Quills. When you get there, don't forget to yell, "Prepare to be boarded," because we are the Sables Privateers, and it's been a lot of fun, guys. We'll see you later.